All right, everybody, thank you and welcome to the last webinar of 2020. My name is Diego Melo, and I do have with us, we have Enid Lopez. She's our marketing director. And then you also have Oriana Ovalles. She'll be just checking in if people have any questions, and know that you're more than welcome to ask questions, guys. We really, really encourage it. And feel free in the chat box to send all of your messages internally to Enid or Oriana if you guys need some assistance. If you wanted to ask questions, there is a Q&A section. In that Q&A section, I'll be more than happy to answer those questions for you. For those of you that are joining us this evening, I wanted to close the year with this webinar talking about goal setting, and most of all about mindset and a frame of mind, because I didn't want to talk about the real estate industry. I wanted to talk about is who we are and exactly what are we going to do this coming year, because as we could all agree, this past year went by super fast. It was a very different year for everybody. Everybody was affected in one way or another. But the key to this is how are we starting the next year? So I wanted to start off here with saying the 2021, you make it what you want to make it. And that's all going to depend on us. So Enid, I'm coming through clear here. You can see the presentation. Give me a thumbs up if all good there.
Yes.
All right. Excellent. Thank you. All right, guys. Well, first off, let's see here. You know, I want to thank you guys for attending. So we're going to be giving away at the end of this session here. We're going to be giving away 2 seats to our up and coming wholesaler class. The first one that we're going to be doing in 2021. For those of you that are active investors and you have wholesalers that you want us to train for you, I think it's an amazing incentive. Imagine giving that gift to some people that you're already working with to have them be trained. And most of all, give them tools that's gonna better your 21. For those of you that are thinking about getting involved in wholesaling, we're gonna go ahead and help you take that path and also get to know a little bit more about StratiVentures. So for attending, please feel free to scan that code that's there, or go to our investorrealestatetraining.com webpage or any of our social media, and you can get to know more about us, but also get to see what a lot of our 1,220 plus members nationally are saying about us, because I think 2021 is going to be an amazing year for everybody, and we would like for everybody to partake in that with us. So who am I? My name is Diego Melo. I was born in Colombia, South America. I live in Houston, Texas. Prior to becoming a real estate investor, I was a mortgage broker and an asset manager. And so I started real estate investing in May of 2012. And so that was the year in May when StratiVentures was founded. In 2014, I began training and partnering with new and seasoned investors. And that's how the StratiVentures platform was created, which was to help investors go from the investor mindset to implementation to actually becoming a true investor. We have offices in Houston, San Antonio, and Dallas. And fortunately, COVID brought us into the realm of online curriculum and also online meetings like this, because I was very excited about meeting people in person. And then the girls told me, we need to start doing this online. And I was going, I could barely handle a remote control, but I think I've done pretty well. They threw me out here. I tell everybody I'm from the Nintendo and Atari age. So I feel I've caught up pretty good. And so in June of 2020, because of that, we launched our company nationally. And so we've had a lot of great relationships developed because of that, with Real Estate IQ, Real Acquisitions, Anderson Advisors, Real Estate Residential Assisted Living with Gene Garino, Pad Split with Frank and Philip and Atticus there out of Atlanta. So we've really grown, and we're very excited to get to know more people around the country. So I want to thank you guys for joining us. And also know that the StratiVentures motto is it's a win-win or we don't do it, because the simplicity of this business is that everybody has to partake in the rewards of it in order for good business to be done. And we really follow that as a mentality here, guys. What is my goal? Think about, guys, first ask yourself that question. Know exactly what is your goal? And your goal could be artistic, could be public service, pleasure, physical, finance, education, career, attitude. Find out what your goal is. And my goal, guys, first and foremost, is always family. So family always comes first to me. And when you find yourself with that goal in mind, I can guarantee you that everything else falls in line. So feel free to write down your goals, but also know that you got to constantly have that goal in front of you, because if you're always seeing it, it doesn't matter how many offers you make. It doesn't matter how many properties you look at. It doesn't matter how many ups and downs you're going to go through. If you're constantly seeing that goal, you're going to be achieving that, guys. Don't ever lose sight of that goal. So why are we very blessed, or I would say lucky, to be in real estate? Look at all of the avenues that we have that we can set goals in. Look at the avenues in this amazing business that we can actually thrive in if we pick a specialization. Wholesaling, guys, rehabbing, new construction, long-term rentals, short-term rentals, co-housing rentals. That's a platform, guys, that we're launching in 2021 in regards to co-housing multiple tenants in one property, because co-housing is going to be a large need for the up and coming United States platform. So I welcome everybody to get to know more about that with us, because we're here to fix that problem on affordable housing, and I think we've got a good grasp of it. Private money lending, for those of you that want to know more about private money lending, set your goals for that. Set your loan amount. Set how much income and return you're looking to get this year. Residential assisted living, realtor licenses, guys, inspectors, contractors, appraisers. All of these are realms and avenues and spaces in our business that you can set goals in. That's what makes our business amazing. We've had members that started as rehabbers and now have full-blown inspection companies. Then we also have members that decided to go off and start their realtor companies, and all they do is deal with investors, and they've started to scale their business. So we're very fortunate to work with good people, and also know that real estate allows us to grow our business, because it gives us so many opportunities to make offers. With that, guys, we need to first understand is, why do we fail at what we do? And this is the honesty check. This is where I think a lot of people in this business kind of hit roadblocks, but they never ask themselves the questions, why did we fail? Why did we not get to where we needed to get this week? Or why didn't we get to where we wanted to get this quarter? Well, too many goals, number one. When I meet people, I ask them, tell me what you want to do your first year. And I always get things like, well, I want to do 10 to 15 rehabs this year. Okay, great. But I always ask them, how are you going to do number one? How are you going to get that first deal? At that point, the path, the road just becomes a little bit more clear, because all you need to do is take one step forward. How are you going to get that first? How are you going to call that first wholesaler? How are you going to review that first deal? How are you going to get that first deal, guys? Make sure also it's not too vague, right? You need to have details. You need to have a plan of action. And I think one of the best things I've heard in my life is that, and it's kind of funny we're talking about goals, is that goals tell you where you're going, but goals don't tell you how to get there. And if you have a system and you have a path, you're going to be able to have a checks and balance on getting to that goal. So put yourself some checkpoints that are very achievable, but know that it's all going towards that end result goal that you want to go into. Lack of focus. I myself, guys, I can tell you I fall into that all the time, because I've got so many things going on. So that's why you need to keep 100% every goal that you're taking on, every step, every process, every person, every trade that you're working with, be focused specifically just to that task. Give it the time it deserves, but be focused. Lack of a plan. What do we do today? I don't know. Do we look at comps? Do we go drive properties? Do we make offers? Do we do some social media marketing? You guys have probably asked yourself that question every single day in your business, and you say it over and over and over and over again. You should start to detail that week, and then detail that month, and then detail that quarter, and then that half a year, and then that whole year, because then now you're setting a plan of action. Everybody here is guilty of that. I am still guilty of that, because that's why sometimes I have to check in with Enid and say, can I look at my schedule again? I think I forgot what I'm doing in the next 2 hours. And that's because there's a plan of action. I've been very fortunate to work with amazing people that keep me in line and definitely still allows me to look and achieve that goal, which is family comes first, guys. That's the number one end result for me. Not committed enough. Well, it's about your why. If you have a true why, you're going to be committed, guys. They don't hold them. You don't hold yourself accountable. You got to hold yourself accountable. Ask yourself questions. Why? What did I do wrong? Write down what you failed at every single day. Look at it the next day and then say, whoa, I'm not going to do this. That seemed like a real easy thing to fail at. Why did the easy thing to fail at become the hardest thing to overcome? Lack of responsibility. This isn't going to affect me. I'll survive if I don't get this. I'm okay if this month I don't make any income. That begins to add up. All those things that begin to add up, then will start to create weight. And when they create weight, they create stress. And when they create stress, comes desperation. And when you have desperation in this business, you've probably thought about getting involved in a transaction because you needed to get into it. And all of a sudden you're biting into what we call a bad apple. And that bad apple, guys, may cause your exit in this business. And it happens to everybody. It's paying attention to those signals. And like I said here, a lack of a good why. Keep that why in front of you all the time. My why is right here. I have shown you guys, I think you guys have all seen, and people have met my family. This is my wife, Kate, my son, Aiden. This is my mom. I'm very excited. She's visiting from Denver this whole month. I've got her. My sister's already trying to pull her back. And I'm like, absolutely not. This is my family in Colorado. And we like to do travel. We like to travel. We like to have a lot of family time. And I constantly keep these visuals in front of me because that's exactly what I do. That's why everybody at the SVI family, we call them family members, because just by even the people that are in our industry, we call family members, we keep that why in front of us every single time. That is the roadmap. Here is your mindset. Check your mindset and find out if it's fixed or is it a growth type of mindset. Those of you that have a fixed mindset, get yourself out of your comfort zone and think about a growth mindset. I want to have something new and a different person in my business life. I want to have a different person in my, I want to have different people in my personal life. All of those little things that allow you to think growth, every single one of those is a value to you. But you can't give them value unless you give yourself value. So you have to constantly be educating yourself in your personal life and also in your business life. You get what you put into it. Results will let you know. Trust me. I meet with our SVI members literally every single day for about 2 hours at a time. And we go over, why have we not had a deal or made an offer in the last 8 days? Well, we check the last 8 days and we find out that you only called one wholesaler. You only called one realtor. You only sent out 10 envelopes. It's about checking yourself. It's about making sure you know that you are constantly moving forward, because the results will get there. Motivation, we strive here at SVI to constantly keep a positive environment. That's why we have a positive attitude every hour, every day, every month. And we're very happy to say that we do have, even in the negative times, we always find a positive outcome for everything. Affirmation is to have support, uplifting environment and helping people. When you go into something to help people, you are going to be getting the biggest rewards. You're going to find out that you have such a gift to help people that it's actually going to build more confidence in you. And that's what this business thrives on. It's the confidence. Keep your big goals where you can see them on a daily basis. Visual aids everywhere. This right here, this is a visual aid that I got already. I don't know if you guys see it. It says, I've already decided this year will be amazing. I put this right here in my home office, and this is what I'm going to be looking at all 2021. I know, coming from a 2020, which was a little up and down, I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about this year is going to be amazing. And that's going to definitely help a lot of people, which in turn will reciprocate and help me and my family. Use your resources. Don't be scared to learn and ask questions while learning. Write down a list of people and industries in your of trades in your industry that you want to know more about. Contractors, interview more contractors. Title companies, call a title company and ask them if you can do a field trip to get to know their office people, get to know what they do, understand what exactly does the receptionist do. Those are the things you should be making as goals this year, because all of that education and all of that feeding is going to better help you to the last part of this presentation. You'll see what it'll all resonate here, guys. And stop using limiting words such as I'll try, I want to, if I can, and start using powerful words like I'm going to, I will, I could. Some people are here probably going, well, I've heard this kind of stuff all the time. I hear it all the time. But guess what? You remembered it because you're hearing it all the time. I may be the person telling you this for the 80th time this year, but I'm so excited that you're here listening to somebody who you may know or may not know, such as myself, saying the same thing. I hear it from other people. So I constantly want to keep that in front of myself. Setting goals, guys, is like creating a roadmap. Write down what your goals are and then start to create a systemized approach to that. It's like planning a trip, right? I know every single time when I go with the staff to our office in San Antonio, they all know the first place I stop is Buc-ee's in Katy because I need to put gas in the car and get breakfast. But Buc-ee's is a stop on the way out and Buc-ee's is a stop on the way in. That's part of my plan. That's part of my map. And also understand the type of goals that you're going to be setting. You have business goals, spiritual goals, family relationship, health and wellness, social and fun. Social and fun is something that I think in this business we all forget about. We want to decompress. We need to go out and have fun with people. Fun with people in your own business. I'll tell you that one of the things that I wrote down on my goals map for this year is to have more fun with our staff, to have more fun with our family members. I know COVID this year really put a big hindrance on that, but next year it's not going to stop us. It's going to allow us to have a lot more interaction with the people that we're working with. Who has set goals time and time again and not achieved them? Well, point at yourself, right? Everybody here has done that. So if everybody's done that, then why not? Why not set goals, right? Why not go out and start thinking I can achieve this, aim small, miss small, right? You guys have heard that phrase. And overcome the behavioral reasons why you cannot accomplish those goals. That is the accountability that most people forget about. I am not disciplined to make 10 phone calls today, or I'm not disciplined enough to meet a certain amount of people, or even take 20 minutes for myself just to turn everything off and close my eyes. Those are the things and behavioral reasons why we don't reach our goals. So look deeper into yourself for 2021, guys, because real estate is a system. It's you that has to be able to help yourself get into that manner of that system. Here's a couple strategies that I want to talk about. When you're dealing with strategies, you got to be able to know that you're systemizing this. This is where I was saying that a goal tells you where you're going, but a system tells you how to get there. So you need to make yourself accountable every day, but most of all, start to tackle obstacles. People in this business don't like to tackle obstacles. This is what I call tackling an obstacle. I don't like cold calling. Ooh, you don't know who's going to answer the phone. You don't know you're going to get the door slammed in your face. An obstacle for you every day as a strategy is to do something outside of your comfort zone. Get yourself 100% ready and practicing out there, because you do not want to miss that important call because you haven't practiced for it. Don't make too many goals. Make sure the smaller goals are going to get you to the bigger goal, guys. Set the smaller goals. Time blocking, 2-hour blocks, guys. This is something that when we're in class with a lot of our members, we tell them that you need to eat this elephant of real estate in 3 separate portions, but each portion is a 2-hour block. That's marketing, networking, and property. Those are the 3 pieces that we ask our members to eat. And each piece needs to have about a 2-hour allocation, which helps you chip away at your business. Separate yourself from distractions when you're doing your time blocks. Isolate yourself. I go every Friday when I can. I lock myself up at any coffee shop that I find, put on my headphones, and make sure all of my deliverables are accounted for and they're sent out. Emails are checked in. I do one final check-in with Enid and Oriana to make sure everything's been taken care of. And then I disconnect for the weekend. Why? Because that weekend belongs to my family, belongs to my friend, and also belongs to me. And so that means on Monday, we're back to square one, and we're actually pulling forward now with a more positive mindset. And guess who told me that I was not doing that? My friends and family. So I listened to them, and now I have scheduled blocks for that. Use tools. Find one that works for you, or even ask other people for their opinion. You know, what tool do you use for concentration? What tool do you use for organization? There's a lot of books. I mean, there are clubs out there. There's blogs. There are so many different things that you can Google and just, listen to many wonderful people out there that will help guide you into finding the right tools. And the other thing here, F, is give yourself downtime and fun time to recharge. Think about something different you're going to do this year. Maybe a hobby, maybe a sport, maybe time with your family that you want to, embark on every weekend. Maybe, I'm trying to get my family to go camping, but they won't. But I think little by little, we're going to get them out there. Because to me, I think that's a complete detachment of what goes on in the city life in your business. I like the fact that I don't get cell phone reception. It's great to know that your phone doesn't work, because now you can actually put it down. And accountability. Pick a partner with the same mindset. Does not have to be in the same industry. It could be somebody completely different. It could be somebody that is not in the real estate industry. It could be in the trucking industry. It could be in medical. It's just people who have that same drive to help themselves be a better person. And I said here, pick a partner. I have in the past helped start, been a part of accountability groups. Well, when you're talking about a group, now you have a lot of people with different drives and different mechanisms and different time slots and different needs and wants. 99% of the time, accountability groups fall apart very, very fast. So stick to an accountability partner. Having an accountability partner will allow you easily to have those one-on-one conversations of, why didn't we do this today? Why didn't you call me? I need to check up on you. Those things are more manageable. You get better results. And most of all, great, let's go have a beer. Let's go chat about what just happened. It's a lot easier to do that with one person. Your accountability should be checked up frequently, weekly, quarterly, semi-annually. And it goes at the pace of how you want to grow your business. So don't force yourself into something. Let yourself move into that position of accountability. But you got to start moving. You got to start acting. And you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. How many people here, if you don't mind, on the chat, just chime in real quick and tell me, have you heard that phrase before? You are the average of the 5 people you spent the most time with. Yep. And can you name those 5 people, right? And can you identify what are the things you like about those 5 people? Then from those 5 people, you'll probably isolate 1 or 2 that are at the professional level, and then the other ones that are at the friendship, and most of all, the relaxation time frame. You need to have multiple. Roy said, I've shared that with my kids frequently. Roy, that is awesome. That's great that you're actually putting that type of mindset into your kids, because kids really need to know that, especially in this time and age. Let's see here on the Q&A, we had a question. Norma asked, what are the 3 time blocking activities? For anything that's having to do with property, marketing, and networking. Property, marketing, and networking. So you got your big elephant, and you're going to cut that elephant up into 3 different pieces of, let's say, on a table, and you're going to chip away in 2-hour bites in order to get to where you guys want to be. And going back to what I was saying about the 5 people that are in your life, you know, identify which ones you can have that business conversation with, and also the ones that you can just, you know, play around with, right? It's good to go out there and have those conversations, and most of all, the ones that you can have fun with. Let's see here. Here's a little exercise, guys, for you guys to write down. It's really neat because it doesn't take a lot to set a goal, but definitely it's something that you can write down on a napkin. You could be sitting down thinking, but it's actually a plan of action. And I say this, if you're wanting to do goals, this is the simplest part, writing them down. If you can't write them down, I think it's going to have a short-lived future getting to that goal. Number 1, write down your goals for the year. Write down your top 3 to 5 goals. Make sure it's specific enough to be measured. And when I say measured, is that did you do it? Did you not do it? Can your accountability person check on it? Are we climbing Mount Everest today? No, let's just get out the front door and go put up one bandit sign, for example. Make sure each one goal stands on its own and can be put inside another goal. If your goal is to get 1 rehab, and your goal then is to get out and drive a neighborhood, that is setting a goal to get out and drive a neighborhood, which eventually gets you towards the goal you need of achieving a rehab, guys. Organize these or renumber them in the order to the one that you want to be done first. You got to set priority. You got to set which one comes first, which one comes second, and which one comes third. There's a hot, mild, and cold. The one that's most important to you should always be at the top. That's why my goal is family comes first. So my goal is, how am I going to make my family happy? How am I going to keep my family stable? How am I going to give my rewards to my family and make sure that their happiness becomes my happiness? And that makes me very, very accountable for everything that I do, guys. Select a top goal to break down further into monthly goals. So your first goal, break down this goal into 5 checkpoints that can be measured each month. 5 checkpoints. Am I doing it? Quantity, quality, and a lot of times is, are you even going to do this? This is about getting yourself out of your comfort level, guys, and make sure that they're specific and measurable so you know that you've achieved them. And last but not least, you've identified that one top goal. You've set yourself some checkpoints, but then you need to make sure that you have at least 7 tasks that can be done right now for those 5 checkpoints. And when I say 7 tasks, it could be the same task, but one every day because there's 7 days a week. 5 tasks. Go at the place you want to go, because that is going to give you the growth of your business. That's going to give you the growth of yourself, and that's going to give you the growth of the ability to achieve your goal. Do 1 task per day and keep it to the 2-hour blocks, and set KPIs. When I talk to people and I tell them about KPIs, it's kind of important that most people understand what a KPI is, because it's a key performance indicator. And when I tell them that your goal is to call 10 new realtors a day, just to let them know you're in the business and if they've got any type of opportunities for you. And when I tell them that 10 is your KPI and you only called 5 this week, and next week your KPI is 15, people tend to do this. What do you mean 15? Yeah, your KPI was 10 per week. You didn't meet it. So you lacked on 5 this week. So you need to add those 5 to those 10. So now you've got a higher mountain to climb. That's important. It is important that you meet your KPIs, because that's the stability that you're going to have to continually progressing your business. You can't constantly be stacking things on your plate. You should be chipping away at them little by little so you always know your path. And hold yourself accountable, guys. Write down every day the things that you feel you failed at and why you didn't reach those KPIs. Troy asked, let's see here. If you're a new investor, is it okay to set a goal to do something that is not something common for a new investor? For example, getting involved with a new build project with assistance, even if it's your first investment. That's such a great question, Troy. If your goal is to continually learn and your goal is to learn into something in a new arena of real estate, let me let you know one of the biggest ways that we learned in our business when we were starting. We knew we wanted to learn new construction. So what did we do? We became flies on the wall. We became interns. We became assistants. We became, for other investors, for example, some of our builders, we asked them, what can we help you so we can learn? Just so we can be on that job site. Think about that. How can I help you just to be there so I can absorb and learn and ask questions? Nobody's going to tell you no. They're going to want you to learn, because then if you become a better educated person in that realm, let's say new builds, Troy, you're not going to become a better client for that builder. So that's a smart builder allowing you to do that. It is amazing what you learn when you ask people, hey, what can I help you with? You know, can I shadow you? Can you tell me a little bit more about your business? They're not going to tell you no. And by the way, the ones that tell you no, do we really want to work with them, Troy? Not really. So that's constantly what I tell our members is you're always learning in this business. That's why all of our webinars say always be learning. So Troy, that was a great question, sir. I appreciate that. Here, the next thing here is you got to check in from time to time. Check in yourself to see how we're coming along with that actual goal. So ask yourself these questions. So achieving your goals depends on whether we take action. But what decides whether we act in the first place is going to be how motivated are you? By a show of hands here, or a yes or a no, or just simply chiming in, is money more important or is achieving your goal more important? Let's see what comes down the chat line. Is it money or is it the goal? So we've got goals, 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 goals. Somebody put in the brand new Lamborghini Aventador. That's awesome. Just kidding. That's one of my little goals. Goals, goals, goals. Absolutely. It's your goals, guys. Money is just a byproduct of what we do, right? Money will come as long as we're doing what we need to do to achieve our goals. So how motivated are you? So you simply want to pick your top goal and answer the questions below. Number one, my goal is family. So I'm going to ask myself this question. Yes, that is correct, Herman. Goals and money will follow. Why do you want this goal? Ask yourself the next one. What does it give you? Then ask yourself, why do you want that? But most of all, remember, guys, we're human, is what will this goal help you feel? And if it's positive, you will succeed. If you're chasing the wrong goal, you're not going to feel it. You're not going to be rewarded. You're not going to get fulfilled. And in this business, you can take all of that negativity to the next person, to the next deal, to the next trade or relationship that you're going to be going into. And guys, take it from me, being on this side of the table in which I've strived to help as many real estate investors as possible in my life, I hear a lot of negativity. And within that negativity, our goal is to help people find that positive outcome in this business, because this is such an amazing business. And guess what? It's for everybody. It's absolutely for everybody. So I wanted to go ahead and really, really let you guys know where we're coming from this year in 2021 StratiVentures towards everybody that's in our business, because we're not just going to be StratiVentures, the real estate company. We're going to be StratiVentures, the company that helps families, that helps everybody develop that goal. So that's why, if my goal as owner of the company of SBI and all the other amazing family members is family, everybody in our family is going to be doing well this year. And that's a firm commitment from me to everybody that's in our family. So here are some recommendations. to start off 2021 right. If you are new in real estate, if you're also experienced in real estate, you already, from the last bit of information that we talked about, was how do we better ourselves and get ourselves positive into what we're doing. Here are my recommendations on the business level. Okay. Number one, you need to understand your role in your business and the avenues in real estate. Understand your business. There are people practicing real estate right now that think they know a little bit about their business, but they haven't really dug down and sat down and asked, what exactly is real estate investing? How does real estate investing actually work? We all kind of jump forward and look at the final rehab product, but no, is exactly what is the business, exactly what it is. Learn it, understand it, and then kind of get a really good feel of what it is. Also understand what are the moving parts of the business. Realtors, contractors, title companies, selections and design, lenders, appraisers. Those are the main moving parts of a business, guys. Inspectors. Why don't we get to know them as a goal this year and make it your first month or 2 months of the year interviewing as many people in your business? You are going to find superstars. You're going to find people that are out there to help you. And you're going to constantly now start gaining that confidence to make better decisions. Understand the due diligence and implementation of your business. What goes first? Does the cart go before the horse, or does the horse go before the cart? When you have a lot of people on your team, when you interviewed a lot of people that are part of your business, you're now going to know which one fits first, which one goes first, which one do I give priority to, and then I can hold off on this person. Unfortunately, all of those intertwine themselves, and everything has to check in order for you to have a good business model in real estate investing. You can't have a good lender if you don't have good comps. You can't have good comps if you don't have good repairs. You can't have a good closing if you don't have good comps, good repairs, and good lending. And you can't build a successful real estate business if nobody on your team knows exactly what you're doing. They don't know your why, and they don't understand why you are coming across. And last but not least, I'm going to end it with here, guys. Your goal for 2021 on the business level, not the personal level, is you need to have credibility in your business, and people will help you reach those goals. It's about you making yourself better for 2021 personally and also in your business, because then people will want to work with you. So I think we've got a couple questions here. And it says, will there be a recording available that we can have? Yes, absolutely. And can we get the PowerPoint slides? Yep, absolutely. All of these things, Enid has the attendee list, and feel free to just reach out to her. Enid, if you want to go ahead and post your email information out there, people can reach out to you and we can get this out to you. Plus also know that you can go to our like and subscribe. This is called a QR code. Ariana, I think you're happy. I remembered this. We're on social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and you'll get to know more about us. So I'd like to, if you can, somebody wants to chime in, let me know some goals that you might have this year, because if there's any way that SVI can help you achieve those goals, we would love to have a sit down with you guys and definitely, get to know us a little bit better. Let's see what we've got. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see. Anybody want to put some goals up there? Let's see what they've got. Okay, Armel, you have a question, sir. Let's see. Armel raised his hand, and feel free to put it in the chat, or let me see if I can actually get you here. Let me see here, Mel. Give me one moment, buddy. Okay, let's see. Armel, where did you go? Oh, here you are. Okay, Armel, go ahead and unmute yourself and ask.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, sir. Hey, good to
How
see
are
you,
you? Good
man.
seeing you again. Uh, yeah, this is not it's not a question. It's more of goals that you the question about goals that you asked a second ago. Um, I would like because there's some open lot next to my home, and I would like to put some new construction on them. So it's two of them. So that will be the goal for me coming up this year. So, and I'm looking forward to hopefully working with you guys and see how you guys can help me do that. Again, this is all new to me, so never done it before, but I would really like to do it.
Oh man, so do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Can you, and you've got my email address,
Yes,
go
I
out
do.
when you can, go outside and take a picture of that lot
Mm-hmm.
it's right next to your house,
It's
right?
right next to. I wanted to get it extended to use as a fence, but they wouldn't. I wasn't able to get it. They
Look,
wouldn't give it to
take
me.
a picture of that lot and
Mm-hmm.
have it in front of you. Send me a picture too. I'd love to see it.
Okay.
And so you can always envision that there's going to be a property on there. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yes, it does.
One day you're going to see something on there. I'm going to tell you that. We'll take it step by step.
Hey, can we
Yeah,
see?
awesome. Thanks for chiming in, buddy.
Thank you. Thank
Good
you.
to hear from you.
You too. Thanks.
There you go, guys. You see that is definitely a way to get yourself out. Ask those types of questions. Ask for help. So with that right there, I hope if everybody doesn't have any more questions or any other thing here that we want to talk about, I just want to give everybody a amazing thank you for, even though this was a wacky year, I want to really thank Enid, Oriana, Maria, Adriana, Pedro, all of the other amazing vendors that we have. You guys have made SVI what it is. And I really want to thank you guys for helping me achieve my goals. And I really want to make sure that everybody this year has a fantastic time with your family. Know that that's the reason why we got into business in the first place. And know that we are an open door. Do not hesitate to ask us questions. Don't hesitate to call us, because at the end of the day, we are in the people business. And if there's anything we can do to help, just let us know. So thank you guys for spending some time with us today. Happy holidays. And as usual, take care of your family, because that's why we do what we do. Norma, thank you. I appreciate that. Armel, thank you. I appreciate the comments. All right. Now I think for everybody, it's dinner time and your family's waiting. So thanks. Y'all have a great evening. Thanks, Miss Victoria. Meryl, great to see you, buddy. All right, so we'll get this wrapped up, and don't hesitate to, Tom, thank you, sir. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody in 2021.